Good afternoon, everybody. I am in the UK still. I am on my way to Fleet, which is near Farnborough, and I'm going to find a rapid charger there, or fast charger, depending on what side of the Irish Sea you're from. The difference with this charger and other chargers is that this charger actually accepts contactless credit card payments. Now, for everybody who drives a normal, well, why am I calling them normal? They're not really normal. Everybody who drives a conventional car will know you can ride up to a petrol station, use your card, fill up with petrol and drive away. This is not necessarily the case with electric car chargers. Now, it's getting better, but more often than not you actually need either a mobile phone app or you need an RFID card, either of which can sort of run out. You can run out of battery of on a mobile phone, and you can actually not have an RFID card with you. So I am a big fan of actually having contactless credit card payments. So I'm on my way to this charger that is allegedly to have one. So here we are. I'm assuming it's pronounced Engini. Nicely marked 50 kilowatt rapid charge. Absolutely brilliant. Now, this charger apparently has a flat session fee, which is also relatively unique because most of the time they charge by kilowatt hour or time. This is sort of a session charge, which is nice. Now, I think it's, yeah, it says here on this sign there, maximum stay while charging is 1 hour, which is great because it actually forces cars to move on. And they have an overstay penalty, I'd imagine. It says automatic penalty applies. So I'm assuming there's an overstay fee, which is absolutely brilliant, of course, because the last thing you want is somebody parking their car here for hours on end. It's right behind a big, massive Sainsbury's in the main streets. It's a very convenient parking area to just dump your car and not care about anybody else. So let's plug in and let's see how this actually works. So no connection fee, no membership, coming soon, pay as you go per kilowatt hour rate, which is good. So let's see now. Start. I'm going to select my output, which is the AC. I'm going to say let's just plug in first. Sorry for the shaky footage. And oh, that didn't sound good. Ooh, that sounds very loose. Anyway, start. Pay, verifying. You're allowed to start charging. It is as simple as that. And click. And we are charging. As simple as that. That is brilliant. So, right, so it has a contactless one. You also have an inserted one, so you actually don't have to always, you know, you can just insert the card rather than having to tap. That's brilliant. Very, very, very good. Now, let me just show you the actual thing, because they've just freshly painted the bays, judging by the tape. Look at that. Good job, Engini. So 38 minutes in, we are at 98%. Yeah, this is quite nice. But considering I've got an hour, I'm going to take an hour until it stops. So 57 minutes later, I am, well, it's saying fully charged, but it isn't really, because the cells weren't balanced. So I should say fully charged, but unbalanced. After a good few rapids of, you know, not 100% charges, it was bound to be a little unbalanced. I was hoping it would actually get the whole thing done within the hour, but it did not. So that was the I'm going to call them Ngenie, the Ngenie charger in Fleet. Very, very impressed. Very, very well done. The one thing that I always wonder with these kind of chargers is that you can actually use the screen. If I were to give one suggestion to Ngenie, is use the credit card as a start and stop method, so that you can use your card to stop the charge, but there's no other way on the actual charge point to stop the charge by a total stranger. I've wondered the same thing with the Fastnet chargers, but the Fastnet chargers are in service stations. It's less likely to happen, whereas you're in a public car park here, and it's relatively easy for someone to walk around and start pressing buttons. But anyway, I am well impressed with this setup. Well done, Ngenie. Now, let's see now. We're in Westfield. Look at this. How long does that take? I mean, there are a lot. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14 at least. 14 charging bays, and none of them actually work. It's amazing. Good morning, everyone. It's 8:08 on a glorious sunny Sunday morning, the 2nd of September, and I am on my way to Coventry. I've only just left my in-laws' family home in Farnborough, and I'm on my way to the Renault Zoe Owners Club headquarters to meet my friend Craig for a bit of an afternoon of fun. Now, the way I'm planning on driving is just standard motorway driving, so I am going to be, my first stop is going to be the weekly services near Oxford, and from there I should be able to reach Coventry. Now, left the house with roughly 86% state of charge, with a range showing of 108 kilometers. It is 86 kilometers to the weekly services, so this is going to be a little close, but we will see how we get on. I'm going to try and make it without having to worry about a charge. There are several charge stops along the way that I can use, but I'm not going to, because I'm going to try and do this as cheap as possible. So we will see you guys along the way at the weekly services. So 9:15 and I'm at the Oxford services, but the actual 22 kilowatt AC charger here is not working. And considering Ecotricity actually don't do a 24-hour helpline, I can't ring them to try and get it to work either. So now I have to go and find a alternative charge point. I have 25 kilometers of range showing. There are a few options nearby, so I'm not entirely worried, but I'm just going to have to do some research. Okay, so I've decided to go to the welcome break in Oxford, which is 17 kilometers away. I've got 25 kilometers of range showing. Should be a piece of cake. That could also be famous last words. So 13%, 943. That was a bit of a detour. Just move you forward so the sun is not in your face. There you go, that's better. Oh, hang on. That's better. Right. Whew. So that was semi-close. So I arrived here with 13%. And after about 15 minutes I'm up to 64%. Absolutely brilliant. So I'm going to grab a cup of coffee and we're going to be on our way. So 18 minutes past 10. We're at 94%. That should be more than sufficient to get down to Craig, who has a home charger which I'm going to be using. See you guys on the road. There we go.
Just what you needed.
Just what I needed. This is where the magic happens.
It is, but it's dark and gloomy in here.
Oh, hang on. No, hang on. This is what I need to see. Head office. Okay. Okay. So this is where hang on. Where is the actual...
There we go.
Yes, that's more like it. Now, this is central headquarters, if you can call it that. But, you know, not bad for a free club. Speaking of free.
Stickers. Jan's getting some free stickers for visiting me.
Ah, well, you know, it's not bad for driving 120 miles just for a cup of coffee. Oh, they're great. Thanks very much.
You have a couple of spare 100%, just in case.
Okay. Totally worth it. So 5 to 3 and we are back on our way to Farnborough. That was a wonderful afternoon. Thank you very much, Craig. A pleasure as always. So there was somebody on the Renault Zoe Owners Club Facebook group that was saying you can drive long distances on a whim in the UK. You can. This was very much so on a whim. I didn't plan, I didn't do anything extensive. All I did was I drove away. My car wasn't even fully charged when I left, so this was very much so on a whim. Now, what I did know was that Craig has a home charger, and I got a full charge. At his place. Thank you very much for that. I was at 23% when I plugged in, so it wasn't too bad. The car is showing 135 kilometers range. I'm driving back. I'm gonna do a short stop in Warwick Services southbound, and then going on to Beaconsfield. I'm gonna do a more motorway kind of route rather than the cross-country one that I did this morning. But all in all, we should be home before 6 o'clock, which is what I planned. We will see you guys on the road. So Warwick Services, just before I plug in, this is not how you actually put the plug up. Seriously, people. So here we go, I'm at Warwick Services, and yeah, I'm still at 74%, but I decided to actually do a break anyway, just to get to the next services. I figured having a few smaller breaks is probably better than having one charger potentially fail on me, or, which is more likely to happen, find it busy or something like that. So a little bit of sort of a splash and dash scenario is probably better. I'm literally only going to be here for about 5 minutes. I'm going to change my route. I'm going to try and travel via a services Beaconsfield that Craig said that I should use, which sounds great. Apparently there's 3 of them there. It's a big, huge, massive services, so we'll go and check that out, and we will charge you about 80-85% over here, and then we will disconnect and be on our way. So that was a 10-minute splash and dash in Warwick southbound. Just had enough to get myself a bottle of water and some sweeties. So some fuel for the driver, not the car. And I'm back on the road. I am not gonna get any way jealous of the big fat Tesla supercharger that's there. Not at all. But this is pretty good. Now, what I have noticed is that the Beaconsfield charger does not appear to be on my sat-nav. Now, that's fine. Craig assures me they're there, and I haven't actually even checked Zap Map, but I'm assuming it's fine. So let's see you guys there. So here we are, 21%. God, that was a bit of a delay there on the motorway. Anyway, we made it. I had trouble finding these chargers, so they're not on my sat-nav map. Craig told me they were here, and he was correct. There's 3 chargers here, but it looks like there's 3 dual chargers. I'm not entirely sure what they are. It's definitely 3 Chatamos anyway. But in either case, this particular charger is actually on free vent, which is great free juice. So I think I'm going to take advantage of it and charge as much as I can. I'm also going to go find a bathroom and a cup of coffee. Now, it does mean I have to walk around the building site. That's the Pizza Express that's going in. I don't know what the heck they're doing, but I had to drive completely around the building. But we are here, we are charging, and it's all good. Right, 17:25. I think we've been here for probably about 25, 27 minutes. 27 minutes. I think it's time to go. I know it's free vent and I could probably stay here for a bit longer, but I have things to do this evening. There we go. Now we are back. 371 kilometers driven for coffee and lunch with a mate. How bad, how bad, how bad. As you saw from the actual average speed, it was about 75. That's not bad. There was a good few bits where there were traffic jams, but that seems to be a regular occurrence around here. Charger wise, other than the 122 kilowatt charger in Oxford, I had no issues, no delays, nothing blocked, nothing. It went pretty smooth. So that is it. Hope you enjoyed it, and we will see you again soon.